What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. So, CMF's first phone, the Phone 1, just got announced, just got released, and we just got it in-house. So, I am super excited about this. For those of you not familiar with CMF as a company, it is an offspring of Nothing, and you can kind of get that idea from the packaging itself, from the design language and all that, and it obviously does say, "Buy Nothing." CMF is meant to be a more budget-friendly offering, and sure enough, here in the US, part of the US beta program is this Phone 1, and it comes in at only $199. Pretty crazy, especially for some of the specs you get at this price point. It does come in only one variant, that is the only catch, but for what this offers, it could be a pretty intriguing offering for a lot of people, especially around the world with some of the other storage capacities, RAM and all that. Again, this is 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, which is all we get here in the US. Now, having said that, CMF stands for Colors, Materials, and Finish. It's meant to be more of a unique, personalized device. It's kind of what they're striving for, and from their watch, to their buds, to their phone, it stands true. Let's take a quick look at the Nothing Phone 1 right now. So as you saw in that intro, here is the packaging for it, and it's very sharp right off the bat. It does come in 3 colorways. This is obviously that light green, there is an orange, and a black. Again, pretty simple packaging. You can see just with how thin this is. You're not getting a charger in the box here, no surprise. And again, you can see here it says color is light green, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of ROM or storage. Interesting, manufacturer's date was just last month on this device, so pretty simple, clean packaging, and what you're going to have here are 2 little strips that you're going to pull up on the top and bottom of this package, and it should slide right out. Sure enough, there we go. And right off the bat, you can see, wow, that actually looks really nice in person here, the new light green Nothing Phone 1. Excuse me, CMF Phone 1 by Nothing. So let me go ahead and just set this to the side for now. Lifting this up, you can see you have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Throw that to the side. We have a ton of those. And probably down below here is what's going to be more interesting. Yep, we have this baby right here. It is our nice SIM ejector tool. And we should also have down here, or somewhere in here, a screwdriver. Looks like there is nothing here, though. Very interesting. Okay, so nothing else here. What about up top? Nope. I thought it was going to come with a screwdriver as well, which is pretty interesting, not having it. Am I missing it somewhere? So the reason why I brought that up is jumping into the actual phone itself here. You're going to have one of the more unique aspects of it. These backs are actually interchangeable. So you can see the branding, CMF by Nothing right there. You have this almost dial looking piece, but it is just a larger screw, plus the other screws around the phone. This enables you to actually replace these backs. They have a couple of different designs and colors. Unfortunately, it didn't come at the same time that we got this, so we're going to have to do you a first look at another time with that. But for now, let's see if there's any battery. Sure enough, there is. We'll set that down. Let's go ahead and get it all set up, and we'll be right back. Alright, so the CMF Phone 1 just finished installing. It is still going through its backup process, but I did just want to give you guys a quick look and see what we have going on here. Before we get into it, you can check out the dual camera setup here on the back. It is running a Sony 50 megapixel primary lens. Unfortunately, the second camera doesn't do too much except for some depth in portraits, so it is a very, very limited camera setup. However, those cameras do okay for decent pictures with a lot of light. Just don't expect to get a lot of good footage if you have a lot of moving subjects. So yeah, but aside from that, it is running the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 5G chip. So if you're ever wondering what kind of service you'll be getting, if 5G is available in your area, it is compatible on this phone. No surprise being midway through 2024, but I do just want to let you guys know that to be aware. So one of the big call outs here is it is running Nothing OS 2.6, and it's very fast and fluid, as you can see here. Everything seems to run and operate even now with this backup going on. Everything's loading as you would hope and expect. I am actually super excited about it, and one of those big call out features on this phone here is that it is a 6.67 Super AMOLED display. So for $199 for an AMOLED display here that is this good, it's actually pretty impressive. The MediaTek Dimensity 7300 chip we're talking about is an 8-core system on a 4nm chip, so that is not too bad. And again, in some markets you can get up to 16 gig of RAM with that RAM booster and all of that. It does have a 120 hertz adaptive refresh rate and 2000 nits of brightness, which definitely would come in handy. As you can see here, what we didn't talk about with those cameras is the front shooter here. It is a 16 megapixel front shooter. It does have Ultra XDR and a, some sort of AI vivid mode on the back cameras. So take that for what you want. Subscribe to the channel because we are going to be putting these cameras to the test here in the near future. And speaking of tests, one of the big ones I'm definitely excited about putting this through is this 5,000 milliamp hour battery test. They're quoting up to 23 hours of video playback thanks to that battery. It's going to be very interesting to see, thanks to that chipset and that massive battery, just how long this really will last on a full charge. It is expandable storage. You can put a micro SD card in here up to 2 terabytes. And again, one of those big callouts that I was saying, and I wish I had them in stock, were these little screws here for these basically modular accessories. It's going to be very interesting to see how well they look and operate. I do have a blue and I think orange faceplate or backplate coming. They are just plasticky, but on the phone it actually has a good feel in the hands. So I'm definitely excited to see that. There's a kickstand that you can attach on the side here. There's a lanyard. I don't know how many people will want to utilize that. And then there is a card case as well. Kind of looks like a gimmicky setup, to be honest with you. It puts a basically rectangular magnet on the back of this phone since it doesn't have wireless charging. So yeah, and then a little magnet you screw on, or excuse me, a wallet you screw on top of that. So definitely not an ideal setup, definitely a cost saving measure. So just something I wanted you guys to be aware of. Yeah, this is it. This is the Nothing CMF Phone 1. It's going to be interesting. If you're familiar with Nothing Phone 1 or Phone 2, fingerprint sensors are always good. Settings, it's very minimalistic Android. So what you see is what you get. You do have a Nothing icon pack that really does make this more your own. It uses that matrix dot patterns. I do really like it. I don't have it active right here because I'm doing a backup and I wanted to go ahead and get it back to my same format I had on one of our other devices that we're restoring it from, but it is there nonetheless, and you can see how quick all my apps are slowly installing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I really do like this mint color here in the light green colorway. Thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.